As you already know, the position that Spurs are is not so great. There is not much time left for them to think. They need to get out of the relegation zone as fast as they can. But in today's video, the scenario is different, as Spurs are down to the championship, so a lot of players will be leaving and the team has to fight and try to get back to the best 6 teams in England. As you know, Tottenham doesn't have that bad of a players, as many of them have their experience on the greatest stages. But as their current situation, they are going to sell many of their star players. As you can see, we have to put the best players on the transfer list, as they will have to find a club in the best leagues all over the world. Some of them, like Kulusevski and Vicario, will stick with the current roster as they believe they can overturn the situation in one season. However, the funds we will earn from the transfers won't matter to us, as we won't be able to sign any players this season because of the relegation, so we have to do something with the remaining players we have. As well, our key players like Mickey van de Ven and Romero are also sold as they are seeking higher level of football, so we have to trust the new captain Danso and Radu Dragusin. The start was flawless as we won with 4-1, and the players that stayed made a huge difference in this particular league. As the months went on, we played better and better, as well as we secured great results in the cup, making it tight games with sides like Chelsea. And as the half of the season came, we were sitting at the first place, and I can say pretty comfortable, but however we managed to fail in the cups. But it was better since the only focus had to be the league race. The players were doing amazing, especially the old guard that decided to stick and stay with the team, as Solanke was stronger than ever, delivering day in and day out. The support from Kulusevski and Brennan Johnson was there as well. I can say that we have what it takes to get back to the top flight. The team started picking up even better chemistry as we were flying back to the Premier League as fast as it can get. We had the chance to end the match against Stoke as early as the first half, but their keeper was not giving up and saved the shot. Stoke, despite the rare chances, they managed to put the ball in our net, but luckily it was an offside. At the end, with a minimal difference, we took the 3 points home and went on to the other opponents. Next one was Bristol City. Despite the difference in player quality, we were away from home, and that meant that the chances for struggle were higher, as Bristol have a dangerously good record at home and can upset anyone at any time. This could have changed the direction of the game, but our player was far and offside and the game continues in the Bristol's possession. No matter how good Bristol can be, we need only one mistake to convert it in our favor, as a long ball goes straight to Kudus as he goes in the box and passes the ball so we can make it 1-0. A mistake happened on our side, as well as Bristol's player got the control and managed to get a situation for a shot as they scored and equalized. But before the end of the first half, we had a perfect chance for a goal, as we converted it, as at the end that was enough to grab the 3 points away from home. The winning streak continued, as it was just the matter of time when the league season will end and we can get back into the top flight. As the end of the season came and we managed to win the title by 11 points clear, and it was pretty comfortable season for the team overall, but the difficulties are yet to come. Props to the players that stayed and proved their loyalty, and as well big applause for the youngsters that managed to deliver whenever they were given a chance to perform. But Solanke and Kulusevski managed to do most of the work as they shined the entire time, bringing quality for every single match. I wouldn't have celebrated this title if I was in Tottenham's shoes, but at least they can get their confidence back a little. But let's see what the new season brings, and can we get into the top 6? If we want a successful campaign, we surely need someone new that can set the standards. And I think that I've found the missing puzzle, and that is one of the best talents and wonder kids Europe can offer, and that is Kenan Yildiz. He can score and assist as well, make the impact difference when needed the most. A very expensive transfer for us, but at least we know that this will pay out as soon as the season starts. I don't think that Dragusin can be the virtuoso in the Premier League, so I've brought someone that is young, strong, and very talented. He helped Everton for years, and now is time for a level up, and that is Jared Brantwaite. Now the team looks stronger, and I don't think that many teams can do such damage to us, as we are now complete and ready for a fight. The first challenge is at the Theatre of Dreams. We face the Red Devils in the opener, and we can hope for the best, as win here will mean the world for us. A very offensive start from our side, as we were inches away from scoring, but their defender was at the right place and right time. But this intensity and precision gives me hope and possibility for 3 points. They had their first bite no longer after our first try, as their build-up was way faster than ours, but our keeper was on the right side as this game goes on. A risky set piece. It is clear that they know what are they doing, so we need to be more careful. After United's pressuring time, we found a gap that we took, as this chance gave us the lead for the first time in a year in the Premier League, as this goal marks our comeback to the big league. In the early minutes of the second half, we found them unfocused on a great counterattack that resulted in us scoring to double our lead and get our first points in this season's Premier League. But 2 were not enough, as straight from the kickoff Manchester United made a mistake that cost them the control of the game, as that gave us the chance to score as we did to make the result 3-0. A convincing and promising comeback to the stage. This time it was Manchester again, but City this time, a lot harder and better opponent with a world-class players that will be very hard to control and win against. But we showed that we can play against great opponents, so let's make that no exception for Manchester City as well. But even the best can make mistakes, as from this situation we started building up our attack and our game, as it went pretty smooth despite the change in the league's tempo. We are playing unexpectedly great. And we showed a Man City that they have to respect us, because we were just inches away from a goal as Yildiz sent it just over the bar. But here we saw the first problems with the defense, as our captain Danso couldn't keep up with the intensity as he couldn't mark 8 Nouri, as we are down 1-0. We need to track his capabilities to perform on this level, or we should find a replacement in time. But the duo that got us back to the Premier League is taking the charge again, as Kulusevski assisted Solanke for the equalizer. We are in good hands. In the second half, this showed the class of Yildiz as he passed and created the chance so we can score for the lead, as Dejan Kulusevski, without a first touch with a raw power shots, and scores as we are flying up on the table. And that goal was enough to give us the win against the league favorites and give us the glance of the top 6 as early as this. As you can see, for now the squad looks promising. Solanke taking the charge in the Premier League as well. But look at Yildiz as well, shining, a well-paid-out transfer, as well as the other guys are doing their job just as fine, and this can just get better and better. And their ratings are upgraded, and that means that this can help us in the future, as this can get us very competitive in the league. Later, we gave Arsenal a tactical masterclass as we took the lead early in the game. We cannot stop scoring and showing up when it matters. This team is becoming something else. Nothing much happened as the half went smooth and we still kept our lead. Great job from the players. The second half was very competitive, and even till the last couple of minutes came where the game changer happened. In the very end, we managed to score for 2-0 and end Arsenal in a fashion away from home, securing our 3 points. As you can see, the season ended and I cannot be more proud, as we not only managed to end in top 6, but we managed to get top 3. Not every team can get back to the Premier League and do this. As well, the Champions League is secured and we managed to go in the cup final where we sadly lost. But the task was achieved. We managed to get Spurs back on track. The players did their thing, especially Yildiz, the top of the scoreboard, making the difference. But from here it can only get better. If you want more, make sure to support the channel and see you in the next one.